the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me.
Hello, Miami. Thank you so much for watching 305 Sports Now. I am your host, Will. And the schedule is out, guys. The schedule is out. And a lot of us are excited about the upcoming 2026 season as we saw the Miami Hurricanes go to the national championship game and make it quite a battle against Indiana. So now we're like, man, I can't wait till once again we start football again. And the schedule's out. The schedule was released yesterday at 6 p.m. And it's quite an interesting look at the fact that the Miami Hurricanes will open their season September 4th, all right, a weeknight actually, game against Stanford. Yes, they open up against Stanford. That's pretty much where they start. Then they go over and they will open their home game against FAMU on September 10th. Then they will take on Wake Forest at Wake Forest September 18th. Then they go September 26th for another home game, and they will take on Central Michigan. Then October 3rd, they go back on the road again against Clemson. Then they come home to take on Florida State. Then they have home against Pittsburgh. Then they go to North Carolina, and their last and final road game will be at South Bend against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. That's going to be a very interesting one in which the fan base of Notre Dame is still complaining that they should have been in the college football playoffs. Then it's 3 straight home games as the Canes will have November 14th against Duke, in which they may face Mensah, Darren Mensah, the quarterback, their former quarterback, who looks like he's about to commit to the Miami Hurricanes, and Virginia Tech as well. Another home game on the 20th, and the final game of the season will be against Boston College on November 28th, rounding out 3 straight ACC games. That is going to be a very, very fun, I will say, season for your Miami Hurricanes. And I will say one thing. I mean, you cannot take any team lightly, but there is no NC State on the schedule. That looks like they've reloaded very well with the acquisition of JoJo Trader, Chance Robinson, and Popo Aguirre. There is no Louisville this year that always plays its best game against you as well. And there's also, once again, no Georgia Tech on the schedule, no Virginia. The schedule is shaped up, in my opinion, to be very favorable to the Miami Hurricanes. I know we talk about Clemson. We'll see how Clemson is, as the season progresses. We don't know which Clemson we're going to get, whether it's a Jekyll and Hyde Clemson, whether they'll be very good this year. We do know that they're very upset because they lost a key acquisition in the portal that they received, who ended up going to over to Clemson. So I'm sorry, over to Ole Miss. That's a whole other issue, to be exact. So that's pretty much where Miami's at. Listen, like I said, I think, my opinion, Stanford should be an easy win. Okay, FAMU, of course. Wake Forest should also be a win as well. Wake Forest could be pretty competitive, but I do expect Miami to win that football game. Central Michigan, I expect them to win that football game as well. And of course, against Clemson, that again, we will know by October 3rd, we will know who Clemson is as a football team. So we'll see how that goes. Florida State, I still expect a win against Florida State. It is predicted by Kenton Gibbs over at Locked On NC State Wolfpack that Mike Norvell by Halloween may not be the next head coach, or may not be the head coach of Florida State. Pittsburgh, again, Pittsburgh is a tough team, but the way Miami handled them last year, I can't expect anything different at home as well. North Carolina may be a fun one, Halloween evening, as we face North Carolina. Bill Belichick did not have a good season last year. We'll see how that team, bounces back from last year's disappointment. I will say, whatever the case may be, Notre Dame is going to be an interesting one because I do think that the South Bend game will be very tough with CJ Carr coming back at quarterback. Their environment, I don't think it'll be that cold, okay, since it is in early November. So I do expect somewhat of it to be maybe in the 40s per se. I do expect Miami to beat Duke. I do expect Miami to beat Virginia Tech, and I do expect a wrap-up of the season with a victory against Boston College. I know Miami has a habit of stubbing their toes against inferior opponents, but my personal opinion, my guys out there, ladies and gentlemen, all Canes fans, the Canesverse, is that I do expect the Miami Hurricanes to pretty much, let me see if I can get my screen right. There we go. I do expect the Miami Hurricanes no more than one loss. All right. No more than one loss. As good as Clemson is, I do think Miami can beat Clemson. especially even if it's over there on the road. I think Miami could pull it off, especially the way I do think the offense will be more dynamic this upcoming season, 2026. I guess I can make that statement now that the season is completely over. I do expect Miami's offense to be more dynamic, similar to what they have with Cam Ward, more 4, more 5 wide, which will also open up the running lanes. So I do expect Mark Fletcher to have a better year statistically than he did this past season. And he had a really good season, especially in his playoff run. But in the regular season, I expect Mark to have a very good season. Gerard Pringle as well, Jordan Lyle as well, and also Marty Brown as well. I expect our running game is going to be very well balanced with the passing game, but the passing game will be a lot more explosive since that's Mensah's style, assuming that Mensah is the quarterback, right? But it looks like it's going to be that's the case, assuming that's the style. And I do expect us to be finally having a top 10 defense and potentially having a top 10 offense. I do think the defense will be very good next year as well, especially with our portal acquisitions and the incoming freshmen and also returning players as well, like Damari Brown, of course, like OJ Frederick, Xavier Lucas, Bryce Fitzgerald. I like the Thornton acquisition from Boston College. Conrad Hussey as well will be a great depth piece. He just committed to the University of Miami, former Florida State defensive back in Oregon State as well. So I'm excited about the defense as well. Marquise Lightfoot, Damon Wilson. Then, of course, you have Hayden Lowe as well. So I think Miami could pull another top 10 defense. But now this time, I think Miami can have a top 15, top 10 offense once again, like they did with Ward. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section about the schedule. Am I crazy to think 11-1, even 12-0 as well? Or do you think that Miami stubs it still at least once or twice, but still gets the college football playoffs? Listen, I see no reason looking at that schedule why Miami can't win the ACC this year or be in Charlotte, all right? And be in Charlotte. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. If you like what you heard, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to 305 Sports Now. Once again, I am Will. Stay safe. God bless. See you soon. All about you guys. Go Canes. Bye-bye.